Hey, this is Be Kind and Unwind with your boy, the Wine Man.
I am bringing to you my top 10 Robert De Niro movies in no particular order. All right. Without further ado, number one, Goodfellas. Great mafia movie, great script, great cast. Uh, you know, what else can you want from a movie that had sex, violence, and drugs? That's it. That's all you need. So that's number one. Number two, Casino. Another great movie with great ingredients in it, great cast, great script. He's playing like this, casino owner, and then Joe Pesci, his co-star, moves in. He gets his own casino and starts to run it his way. He's kind of a loose cannon. Robert De Niro is not so much of a loose cannon, but if you mess with either of them, you're gonna get whacked. There's gotta be problems. And again, it has sex, drugs, violence. Great ingredients, guys. Come on. There's a pattern here. So that's number two. Number three, A Bronx Tale. In this movie, I was able to relate to a little bit more than the other films I just mentioned because I'm a father and he played a father trying to keep his family safe, particularly his son, away from the gangs that were pretty close doing their business where they lived. Um, and unfortunately, his son gravitated over time to the gang life, you know. But eventually, towards the end of the movie, he comes back and onto a more correct path that his father wanted for him. Again, great script, great plot, everything was great about this movie. I thought, it played everything well, just back in those days and the toughness of being, in that life. Number four, Meet the Parents, a funny flick with his co-star Ben Stiller. They both did a good job. One played, of course, Robert De Niro, a retired CIA agent, not known by Ben Stiller's character, who played Greg. You know, he plays this overprotective father. We all can be overprotective, but not that overprotective. He was really trying to, you know, grill him, trying to find faults because no one can measure up to who he believes could be perfect for his daughter. I mean, I can relate a little bit to that too because no one can be perfect for my daughters, right? One day they're gonna grow up and I'm gonna have to interview that potential, potential husband that they hopefully one day will meet and be happy with them. Number five, Meet the Fockers. You can't have Meet the Parents without meeting the Fockers. You can't meet the bride's parents without meeting the groom parents. And in this one, the groom's parents, played by Dustin Hoffman and Barbara Streisand, they both did really good, especially Dustin Hoffman. I thought he played a quirky, kind of funny, silly father, almost the opposite of what Jack portrayed, who was, like I said, played by Robert De Niro. Tough guy, just very serious all the time, looking for any kind of little thing that could be a fault, just so that he could say, okay, the wedding's off. Funny film again, just like the last one. Really enjoyed it. Recommend you watch it. Number six, Analyze This. Another funny film with Billy Crystal. They both did well together in this film. He played once again his typical mafia character. In this one, he played the boss of a mafia gang, and he's feeling the pressure of that life, the stress in that life, and he has to discreetly kind of see a psychologist in order to really kind of just figure out what's going on up here, right? Kind of reminded me of a funnier version of The Sopranos, right? Tony seeing his psychologist secretly from his people, right? So yeah, great movie, funny, comedic film for sure. Go watch. Number seven, The Untouchables. Now I know some of you are thinking this is more of a Kevin Costner film, but is it? Is it? To me, I think it's a Kevin Costner film and a Robert De Niro film, right? He played really well as the character Al Capone. And Kevin Costner played a good law enforcement. I mean, he did whatever he could with his crew to get justice, to get these bad guys. And, the main bad guy being Robert De Niro. I think when he was in the scene, he stole the scene. And whenever they were both in the scene, I was glued to that TV. So another great film on this list. Number 8, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. So this movie took me a while to understand. It took me multiple times to watch this movie in order to really kind of get where he was coming from. He plays this kind of creature, we all know Frankenstein, and he's confused. He's kind of not all there. You can see it in his face. He's scared. He's just not right in his, rightfully so. He's just not understanding what his new role in life is, what his new role in this world is. Back in the day, you saw it. If you're like me, you have to watch it a little more times than just once. And really understand like his acting or his reasoning for being this type of character, right? So that was number 8. Number 9, Killers of the Flower Moon. Very depressing movie, but at the same time, really good. That's what made it good, because it drew you in, even though it was so horrific what these poor people were going through. These native Indians, just because they discovered oil. These two characters, another great combo, Robert De Niro and Leonardo DiCaprio. They played despicable characters. What they did to these people, killing them slowly, just really disgusting thing. But again, great movie. And number 10, The Irishman. Coming from a World War II kind of background, he goes into real life, trying to live a normal life as a delivery truck driver, and he gets pulled into this mafia kind of gang life as a cold-blooded killer. And you believe it because he comes from World War II, where they train to kill, right? So, good casting in this one, with Joe Pesci, Al Pacino, and his first debut, the comedian called Sebastian Maniscalco. I thought he did pretty good too. So yeah, that's my top 10 movies of Robert De Niro films. And as always, make sure you like and subscribe. See you guys next time.